Hey guys, Emily Roberts here, the Guidance Girl. We're here in my kitchen and we're going to be talking about anxiety and some natural ways that you can reduce your overall anxiety and feel a little bit more comfortable. Now, I struggle with anxiety big time and I have my whole life. And so I'm going to give you some of the tools and tips that I give my clients and that I've learned for myself. And they're not that complicated. I know we're not in a therapy office. I know we're not in a medicine cabinet. And there's a reason for that, because if you start doing things every single day, or as best you can, to reduce the likelihood that your emotions are going to get overwhelmed, your brain chemistry is going to get all up and down, stressors and things like that, drama won't affect you as much. Trust me, it's happening with me, and it's been happening with me for years because I've been taking good care of the things I put in my body and the way it impacts my brain. And I've learned a lot about this too. I didn't just one day walk into GNC or Whole Foods and start taking supplements. Not at all. You've got to be mindful of what you're lacking currently and what's getting in the way of your anxiety, because it's running the show sometimes. So I know for a fact that if I don't get enough water, and I really struggle with getting enough water, then I'm going to feel a little bit more depleted, anxious, and I'm going to be reaching for the caffeine. I love me some caffeine in the morning, in the middle of the day, but if I'm noticing that I'm talking really fast and getting super jittery, or I'm really on edge, I gotta cut back. And that doesn't mean you have to totally live without caffeine. Some people do this all or nothing thing where they're like, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna start this no caffeine. Good luck with that. Usually those things fail because all or nothing thinking makes you more anxious and fixate on the problem, rather than slowly reducing the amount that you're drinking to see if it actually makes an impact on your mood. So if you're noticing you're getting jittery, or you've got a lot more anxiety because you're having that second cup of coffee, or even having it in the morning, try to do half decaf, half coffee. Or try to do a little bit less coffee and more milk, and see if you notice a difference. If you want quick results, you're gonna actually feel worse if you eliminate all the caffeine, because your body's become dependent on it. So reduce the amount and the intensity of it and see if that helps your anxiety. The other thing, which is why we're in the kitchen, coconut oil. I know if you don't like coconut oil, peanut butter or almond butter, because what happens is if we don't have enough fat, our brain plays tricks on us. Our blood sugar drops, which means our emotions go higher very fast. And that also means that we are more susceptible to the anxiety around us. If you're walking down the street, and you might start to feel a little bit overwhelmed because the person next to you is. That also means if you get an email or a text message and you feel a little bit overwhelmed, and you want to react or you want to avoid, you might need some good fat. Every 3 to 4 hours, we need to be feeding our body with nutritious foods, including healthy fats. I will take a spoonful of coconut oil or peanut butter midday between meals if I notice that I'm feeling a little bit more on edge, and it helps me calm down. I didn't believe it for a while. I was like, this is weird, but it started working and I felt more in control of my day. I also didn't have as much anxiety. Shocking, right? But seriously, I really didn't. And so the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is, okay, so we talked about coconut oil or any sort of nut butter throughout the day, having a spoonful here or there. Don't go 3 to 4 hours without eating something nutritious. You have to have healthy fat, reducing the caffeine and increasing the water, which can be challenging. The other thing that we got to start doing is, it's not really the kitchen conversation, but we're going to do it here. Stop comparing yourself to influencers or people in the health and wellness field or people online that you think have a perfect life. Here's why. If you're scrolling, right, and you're not finding anything to make your dopamine fixation that anxiety has over you, your dopamine is a neurotransmitter, and it's gonna go, I need to be fixated, I need to be calm, I need something to grab my attention to make me feel better. So we get online and we start looking. And what happens is we don't find anything to reduce our anxiety, we just find things to match it, which means your battery's dying, you're still scrolling. Also, your brain is more amplified on anxiety, on dopamine. And so what we want to do is be mindful of how this stuff is affecting our brain. And I'm the first person to say it. I find so much valuable information online, but I have to go into it with an intention. Otherwise, all this other stuff that I'm talking about, supplements, brain chemistry stuff, doesn't matter. You've got to be willing to be mindful about what you're consuming, because if you're going on there and trying to find something to make you feel better, you're probably not going to, unless your intention is that's what I want to do with 2 hours of my time or 15 minutes of my time. Please don't do 2 hours. That will make anyone feel insane. clinically, seriously. So what I want you to start doing, it changes your brain chemistry, guys. Going on social media and expecting it to make you feel better or looking for something that's out there to match your brain chemistry will actually make your brain change over time because you're only getting stimulus from the screen, not from real life. So really, cut back a little bit. Don't eliminate the people that make you feel insecure or who say you have to get up in the morning and do meditation for 4 hours and that's what they do. I don't know anyone who does that on a daily basis. I can barely wake up on time as is. So I do what I can in the morning, and there's other videos for that, which I'll make a new one actually soon. But for right now, what I'd like for you to focus on is in the middle of your day, throughout the day, how can we reduce the amount of anxiety that we're taking on and increase the self-confidence, increase the stability in your brain chemistry with foods and dietary supplementation that you might need, increase the water, and reduce the stimulation from the screen or the perceived FOMO that you're having from other people. See how that helps you and your overall anxiety just for a few days. Let me know your thoughts. Write them below, and I'd be happy to answer them. But I have a feeling that these few tools, just a couple of them, could really help you reduce your overall anxiety and feel more in control of your life and more confident. Let me know what you think. You can follow me on my social media at GuidanceGirlEM, GuidanceGirlM, and write your comments below. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and no more stress, more coconut oil. Take care. Bye.